ladies and gents, it is Greg from Team Hybrid BMX. So, I guess I'm kind of in the holiday spirit today. Looking like an elf with my little jingle bells. So, on this lovely episode that I have for you, we're going to be doing two things. One of my new favorite BMX YouTubers already did this video, but he sent me with his blessing and told me, Greg, if you would like to, you can do the top 5 BMX on your channel as well. So, with that being said, Grayson Roberts, thank you very much, sir, for letting me do the BMX YouTubers 2017 list. Top BMX YouTubers 2017 list as well. So, cut down to the chase. I'm going to switch it up a little bit though, because you guys know me, as always, bikes and brews. So, my lovely father-in-law gave me this a couple weeks ago, and I have not had the chance to try it yet. So, once a year, usually, I'll get a nice beer. And maybe every once in a while, he'll just throw one at me. So, this time around, this one is from Trogs Brewing Company. It's called the Mad Elf, and it's ale brewed from honey and cherries. It's a once-a-year brew they do, and it's supposedly really good. So we will see about that one. So I'm going to pop this boy open, and then we're going to get into the list about the top 5 BMX YouTubers of 2017. And I'm telling you what, I'm even going to mention some up-and-comers like Mr. Grayson Roberts himself. So, for you, sir, this is a cheers. Okay, you guys. So, top 5. Let's get into it. Oh, that's actually... Hold on, guys. We're not quite done yet. Oh. Okay, so it's supposed to be cherry and honey. But what exactly is it? Is it a... Do they use SARS and Holotoff hops? Okay, it's a spicy Belgian yeast. So, it's technically a Belgian then. It's tasty. It's kind of like a sweet, bitter. That's actually really good. So, I'm going to enjoy that while we go through the list. And there we go. So, oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't seen any riding, you see the bikes hanging up, obviously. The reason you guys haven't seen any riding lately is because it is like in the 20s outside, and there's about a foot of snow outside right now, here in Erie. So we got snow early this year for once. Well, this isn't really early for us. The last couple of years have been really light, and now we've got snow again. And anyone in New York State is feeling the same thing. So, anyway, let's get on to the list. So number 5 on my list of top BMX YouTubers of 2017 would have to be Ola BMX. That's O-L-A BMX. Ola is originally from Norway. He's been in a lot of competitions. He is a competition rider, a pro rider. He did X Games Dubai. He's done a couple other ones too. He's just a really cool YouTuber, and I would have loved to have put him up higher on this list, but I just didn't feel like... I feel like he's kind of newer to it. I started watching him, I'd probably say about a year ago, roughly. Right around the time I started this channel is when I started watching Ola. And honestly, I can say that I enjoy his channel a lot. It's really cool. It's really cool. He's very real, down to earth. He seems like an awesome person to hang out with, honestly. And he goes to some really cool and interesting places to ride. Like, he finds like abandoned water parks to go ride at. He's currently living in Spain. Was originally in Norway, and he moved to Spain with his girlfriend, who's now fiance. So congrats to Ola. But he's just an awesome all-around guy. Seems like really cool. Really, really cool vibes from him. His videos are really on point. They're always good. And they're silly. He's just a silly kind of guy, and I enjoy watching his channel, especially from somebody that's not from America. As crazy as that and ridiculous as that sounds, but I actually appreciate the fact that he's from somewhere else, because most of the YouTubers we see, I mean, outside of the United States, let's be honest, I mean, not everybody can be a Harry Main or a Ryan Taylor, you know, but those are, I mean, and those are just name drops for me, and not saying they're in this list, because more than likely they're not. Just saying. I didn't put a lot of the more famous guys in here, except for this one that's coming into the number 4 spot. By the way, there you go. Up on the screen right there, you can't really see it that well, but if you know our page already, you're probably sitting here watching it on YouTube anyway. Hit that little subscribe button over there in the corner if you're watching it on TV, or even if you're watching it on your phone. There's this button. It's right there. It's right there. It's really easy. All you have to do is go boop, and you subscribe, and then you get to see the videos, and it's fun. And I get to conversate with you guys, and it's a good time. So just real quick, just boop, real quick. Just even if you want to pause the video real quick, you can pause and hit subscribe, and then unpause, and I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna take a sip of my beer, and you press the pause button. Here, I'll even do it for you. Ready? I'm feeling refreshed. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button if you did. If you didn't, then that was a really awkward pause. And that's okay, because you're going to keep watching me anyways, because you want to know what the number 4 is on the list, right? Right. Number 4 on the list is, a lot of people know this guy, and I have reasons for putting him on my list, other than his popularity. And that's Alfredo Mancuso. Alfredo Mancuso comes in at number 4. And there's a lot of people that are going to disagree with me about this, because I've seen comments to him that are, you know, you suck, you're not a good YouTuber, your videos suck, you should just quit riding, you're not even a good BMX biker. I've seen the whole list of crap comments that he's gotten. And I just don't think it's fair. Number 1, Alfredo came from a different time period of BMX, honestly. He came from late in my era of mid-school, honestly. That's the era that he came from. And he was able to mend and create things, you know, create the OSS brand and just run with it. And I think it's amazing, honestly. I've never seen a BMX YouTuber, well, not even YouTuber. I mean, you can't even call him that. He's an entrepreneur. He's a BMX entrepreneur. That's the best way to explain, I think that's the honestly best way to explain Alfredo. And his brother, honestly, too. Those brothers are just amazing at doing business. They're just great businessmen. And that's why I give him so much respect, I think, is because it's not really about the quality of the YouTube videos that he puts out. If you guys don't like it, too bad. Who cares? Alfredo Mancuso is still going to be in the scene because he was a great rider for many years. And I still think he can do better tricks than I can. I mean, I know you guys aren't watching my channel for the tricks. If you were sitting here watching the channel for the tricks, then I'm sorry. I'm not trying to deflate or burst your bubble. I am trying. I'm progressing. I am working my hardest. I'm not even trying. I'm making goals. I'm setting goals, and I'm going to complete them. But it's just not time yet. So, but going back to Alfredo, I feel like he's an amazing businessman, and he deserves a number 4 spot for sure. So, props to you, Alfredo. Okay, so another sippy break, and this is the one where you guys are going to pause the video. Pause the video, and you're going to hit the like button this time. This time, you're going to hit the like button. Do it now. So did you hit the like button? Did you do your boy a favor? Did you hit the like button? Come on, it's been a year. If you are one of the 10 to 20 viewers on my standard videos, can you please just do me a favor and just hit the like button? Because you watched the video anyway. You might as well just hit the like button whether you liked it or not. I mean, what's it going to hurt you? Even hit the dislike button if you really dislike the video. And leave a nasty comment too. But we're gonna get to that. Stop. Just don't do that one yet. Just hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, just some point in this video, that one, it won't pause the video or anything. Same with the subscribe button. Just press like. It's not hard. Jeez. Okay, so coming in at number 3, we have, I believe, probably one of the silliest BMX YouTubers of all time. Some people get his humor, some people don't. Some people get upset with him. But if you get upset with him, you are just way too serious, and you need to just calm down. Just calm down, honestly, because you're just being a poopy face, and you don't want to be a poopy face. No. Coming in at number 3 is Mr. Spencer Forsman. So yeah, you heard it. I said it. Number 3, Spencer Forsman. The reason I like Spencer Forsman is because I love how he acts out stuff. It's not all just, let me show you how to do this quick how-to, let me go to this skate park and just ride and do tricks. He's very into semantics and being funny, and he's almost like a BMX comedian is the way I would put it. I find him to be hilarious because he has no problem putting puns on people, screwing around with people. I mean, there was a couple times this year where I thought he was going to lose all subscribers, except for me. First time I thought he was going to lose all his subscribers was when he supposedly got sponsored by Mafia Bikes, which if you guys know anything about Mafia Bikes, is pretty much Harry Main's, or Hitman, sorry, Hitman, is pretty much Harry Main's BMX company, pretty much. So Spencer Forsman is at Camp Woodward, where he usually is. Seems like he seems like he's always there. I don't know why. I mean, he's lucky. I live 4 hours from there, and I've never been there. Maybe because I can't afford Woodward. But maybe you guys can help me afford Woodward. Hit the like button. Then we can go to Woodward. But anyways, Spencer Forsman's at Woodward, and he gets this frame in, and he's sponsored by Mafia or Hitman or whatever. And he takes the frame up to the top of the big air, and he's like, I just got sponsored, and he's holding the bike frame up and like going like this, and he's like, oh shit, and the bike flips over like he said the wind caught it, and it fell and it hit the ground, and then randomly this guy comes up with a sledgehammer and just starts smashing this frame to death, like destroys the dropouts, just bends the hell out of it, and Spencer's like, oh, I can't believe this is happening, and he acted so upset, and it was so funny. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. And a lot of people did not like that video. There was a huge outcry in the BMX community, like, you could have given that frame away to some kid who really needed it, and there were other people that were like, oh, I could have really used that BMX frame, and you shouldn't treat a sponsorship like that. And dude, number one, the guy doesn't need a sponsorship, for real. He doesn't. He's a great rider, and if he chooses to not get a sponsorship, that's on him. Talking on heater, of course it kicked on. Anyway, yeah, he doesn't need a sponsor, so that's irrelevant to me, honestly. Number two, I don't understand why people are so critical. Why can't you just have a laugh? You know what I mean? It's a BMX frame. It's a piece of metal. Honestly, chromoly, I could build, honestly, if I had the form and I had the welding experience, you could build the frame of this bike out of chromoly steel for probably about $30, $40. That's how much the metal would cost, and the weld wire, and gas. Yeah, maybe with the gas and the weld wire. If you already had the weld wire and everything, you guys get the idea. You know, the typical BMX frame is running anywhere between low range. The lowest you're going to find a BMX frame is about 270 brand new. I mean, and they go up all the way to, I've seen BMX frames at $300, $400, $500. So, and that's without getting away from chromoly. You know, that's just being in the chromoly area. So, anyway, long story short, I don't understand why people got so butthurt over that. The other reason that I like Spencer Forsman was another video that he did. I don't know if you guys remember, if you all probably follow John Hicks, because even I am subscribed to John Hicks, and I don't know why I'm subscribed to John Hicks anymore. I really don't. I really don't. I'm not a huge fan of the guy, honestly. I don't have any ill will toward John Hicks. I just feel like every month he's getting a new bike, or he's getting a new car, or he's getting a new girlfriend, or whatever, you know. I don't feel like the guy has any... I don't feel like he does any ill will toward people, so I don't dislike him for that reason. I just feel like it's flash, 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 which is great for YouTube, but if that's all you are, I mean, he's a great rider too, and don't get me wrong, I think he's a good rider as well. I just don't like his style of the way he does YouTube. I just feel like it's very much like flashy, 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 have to show off all the time, because that's the way that people want to see it, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with like Tanner Fox and like, I mean, and I used to not feel this way about another rider that I'm going to mention, and I don't want you guys to get butthurt over it, but same thing with Adam LZ. Like, I just feel like, and I still like Adam LZ, but I feel as though now, like, he's so committed to doing cars that he just doesn't, I don't see him as BMX anymore, you know? I feel like he switched his channel up, which is fine, and I like drift racing just like the next guy, and I do watch his videos still. You know, I just miss him being on a bike. You know, I miss him riding. And I mean, when you have that kind of potential in a skate park, guys. Anyway, I'm getting off on a tangent here. Back to Spencer Forsman and John Hicks. So, you guys remember with John Hicks, he had that series, if you follow his channel, called BMX in the Hood, where he went to like Compton and like Lower East Side section, and like just all kinds of different places in Los Angeles that were just places you don't want to be in different parts of Los Angeles. And he rode there, like South Central, stuff like that. And it was BMX in the Hood, which I watched a couple of those videos. It was interesting. I found it cool that he was going around to all these different places that you usually don't see on a bike. I found that part interesting. But Spencer Forsman, in true fashion, does a spoof video, and he still says it to this day, BMX in the Hood. Like, he'll just do it while they're somewhere that's not in the hood at all. But the one episode that he was really digging at John Hicks was he took his bike and he put it in the hood of his CRV. It was like, it's a BMX in the hood. I just lost it. Thought it was so funny. And then like, he had the Hater Radar on his phone that he made, that he went around to the Hater Radar thing. And I don't know, I just think the guy's funny. I think he's a blast. And if it wasn't for these last two riders, he would have made it to number one, easily. So, but, speaking of the next rider, it's time for another pause. This is the one where you guess who is in the number one slot and who is in the number two slot. So do that. Right. Okay, so did you guys comment? I bet you did. I bet you didn't. You know what? I bet you something. What can we wager? There has to be a wager. Give me an idea of what you guys want to wager next time. If you commented, I'll come up with something, and we'll put you guys in a randomizer and give away a part or something like that. So make sure you comment who you think these last two riders are. So get in those comments so I can put you guys in a randomizer and I'll give away something. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but something. Merry Christmas. Okay, so on to number two. You guys have been patiently waiting after my long rambling story about Spencer Fortune. Oh, yeah. These two were really hard to pick, but the one that's in number one, you'll see why I chose number one. But number two would be Austin Augie, and just stop before you guys start saying, I can hear it now, oh, listen to you riding on Austin Augie again, bro. I heard that, I did my Leave Austin Augie Alone video, and it just, that was actually one of my most viewed videos of all time. So I don't know how many times I gotta like name drop BMX bikers in order to get notoriety, but maybe that's what I should do, just put Austin Augie in every single video. Stick his picture in that on every screen, and then I'll just do it. I'll just do it for you. You know, like his Dior edit or something. No. But either way, Austin Augie is in number two. And the reason Austin Augie is at number two is because of his film skills. I love the guy's camera work. It's incredible. It's not even his riding style that I care about or anything like that. I just love the way he does his vlogs. I feel like they're very original. They're not boring or cut and dry or exhausting to watch. There's occasionally you'll get one that's a little bit bland, but I think it's just because he's having a hard time that day. Usually that's the case, but I've had videos of his that he said he didn't like, and I've watched it and gone, wow, this is actually really awesome. The thing I love about it is he gets those really cool pan shots in the city, and he'll go up on rooftops and do really cool like hyper lapses and just regular lapses as well, like time lapses, and it's just amazing to see the city of New York that way. It's just seeing New York City that way is just amazing through that eye, you know. I think it's a rare sight that we really see on a daily basis, you know, and he brings it on a daily basis. That this is what BMX is like in New York City, you know, and I love that. I think it's amazing because if you guys don't know about BMX in New York City, then you're lost. I mean, look at, you know, Brooklyn Banks and all these different spots, like Long Island. Like, I would love to ride those places, like all the different skate parks and stuff. I would love to go ride there. Just the street alone, just, oh my gosh, like freaking miles and miles and miles of street section stuff to just ride. Oh, I'd be in freaking heaven. So that's one of my dreams, is to make it out to New York City one of these times, which is about 8 hours from where I live, by car. But I don't know. I mean, I'll get out there eventually. But either way, the reason Austin Augie made it on the list so high is just because of his simple ability to come up with creative ideas and film creatively. Because that's what YouTube really is, right? It's about how we get creative and how we make things work. And make the videos work. So, you know, definitely. If you guys haven't seen Austin Augie's channel, if you haven't seen Anthony Panza's channel, or Billy Perry's channel too, then you guys need to check them out. That's who Austin Augie rides with the most, is Billy Perry and Anthony Panza, but that's because Panza and Billy live on Long Island. So, I mean, definitely check them out. I mean, if you want to see some New York City BMX biking, that's definitely the channel to go to. So, coming in at the number one spot, at the lovely number one spot, is the man, the myth, the legend, Scotty Kramer. And I know a lot of you, if you watched Grayson Roberts' video, you're going to say, you stole that from him. No, it's just the truth. Scotty had an amazingly hard last year. This whole year has been his recovery year from his accident that happened in 2016, in October of 2016, and it was amazing to watch him recover. Just absolutely incredible. It was incredible to watch him come back from such a horrific accident. And I think that it's even harder for me because, like, I grew up watching this dude. He's only a little bit older than me, and just to see him, you know, live through that and still try to make things happen for himself. If you guys don't know what happened to him, he was in Las Vegas and he went to just do this random like streets, like abandoned like place, and he did a tail whip off of this ledge into a bank, and he rode like through this bush, and on the other side of the bush was like a hole in the ground, and he wasn't expecting the hole, and he just tumbled and smashed his face into the ground. It collapsed his forehead. He had internal bleeding, and it knocked him into a coma. So I mean, he had like really hard motor functions and stuff. Like his body just did not want to work with him, and so it wasn't really good for Scotty there for a while. But everybody was there to support him. The BMX community reached out and supported him really well. But in general, I think that Scotty is just a really genuinely caring and good guy. And the rest of the crew is too. Big Boy, Dom Sinacini, Corey Puppy Arms, Burglar, BK. Forgive me if I'm missing a few. I know I am. But because they have such a big crew, I mean... Mike Shymack, Maddie, obviously. They're great people. They seem like the most awesome, down-to-earth people ever. Like, I would love to go ride the Incline Club and just enjoy being there. You know, just saying what's up to somebody that I looked up to. You know what I mean? That I grew up looking up to, and now I'm a 28-year-old man still riding a BMX bike, and a lot of it's thanks to Scotty and the boys for getting me to come back out of my shell, and just my other people on YouTube. I mean, I thank you guys too. Anybody that's actually in the YouTube community that's out here supporting and leaving comments or likes or watching these videos, I really thank you guys. I thank you. And this is the time of giving. You know, this time of year, and I can honestly say, like, thank you so much. Thank you for all that you have given by giving me your time and watching these videos. So yeah, number one, Scotty Kramer. Now I'm going to go through my list of honorable mentions. These are up and coming YouTubers that are making some noise, but not a ton, and I want them to get some notoriety. So I know I only have 40 some odd subscribers, but I want you guys to go, and after you're done watching this video, go over and check out their channels. So coming in at, I don't know what number that would be, but either way, it's going to be in succession of how I think they're doing. So right now he's not doing the best, but that's because he's had a lot of family crap go down, is the BMX News channel. If you guys haven't checked out BMX News channel, you need to do that. This kid has a lot of heart. I mean, he is building trails at his dad's friend's house, and his dad's friend passed away. And then soon after that, his dad passed away. Now, he is living in an RV on his dad's buddy's property, and it's his dad's old RV, and that's where he's living. And then he's doing like programs to help kids with bicycles and stuff, and he's just really cool. He's a really cool kid. He's trying to build a trail series, and I'm looking forward to seeing him complete that goal. He asked for dirt for his birthday last year. That's what his mom asked him what he wanted for his birthday. He said, "Mom, I want dirt so I can build my dirt jumps," and he's killing it. He's trying his best. So shout out to you, man, guy from BMX News channel. And I've reached out and talked to him too. He does respond to comments and stuff, and he's really cool. He's really down to earth. And then coming in for the next one would be, I don't honestly have to say, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up between the last two. But I feel like this guy kind of deserves it because he's really put in the work. For this number 2 spot is Ryan Needle Media. You gotta check that channel out. Check out Needle Media on YouTube. He's a BMX YouTuber. He has been putting in the work, man. He's really been trying his hardest to make things happen and make good videos and good content. He lives not too far from where I am, kind of. He lives in Syracuse, New York. He's definitely worth checking out. So yeah, check out Needle Media, Ryan Needle. He is cool. He is cool. He's alright. He responds to messages too. He doesn't do too bad. I've gotten some response from him, but not the kind of response that I was really expecting, but he's not bad. He's not a bad dude. I just think that he's got his eyes set on a big prize, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him for, he's way more advanced than I am, and he doesn't feel like pulling people up on his shirt tails, which is fine. I mean, I don't blame the guy. I would love to do collabs with him, and if he ever sees this video, you know, Ryan, I'd love to do collabs with you, man. Even if you're not really into it, that's fine. I don't care. But if you want to do a collab with me, man, come down to Erie, or we'll meet somewhere in, I don't know, Buffalo or something like that, or Rochester. Let me know, man, and we'll get together and do a collab video on Rod. Another one that I'd like to do a collab with that lives in upstate New York is the Old Potato. Now, the Old Potato, he is a decent, semi-decent rider. I wouldn't say he was the best rider in the world, but he's good. But his channel is more based around like BMX gaming, which I think is really cool. I never really thought of that as well, that's not true. I've thought about it as an outlet before, but I've never really thought about it as like, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to revolve my channel around. But he goes on and he plays, like, there's a demo out right now called BMX Streets. It's a BMX game. It's supposed to be released on, like, Xbox One, PS4, but, like, it keeps on getting pushed back, again and again and again. But either way, he does, like, live streams with it and stuff like that. So if you're a BMX person and you watch YouTube, you've probably seen an Old Potato video before. Because he does a lot of live streams. He does, like, late night live streams and stuff like that. It's really cool. But he's a really cool, down-to-earth guy, too. He responds to people on his live streams. He likes to talk to people. And he's just, again, down-to-earth, cool, just chill. Likes to talk about BMX and how you're doing. So, again, that's another guy that I would love to get together with, and maybe him and I could play BMX video games together and then go out for a ride sesh. I'd be down for that, mate. So if you get the chance to get a hold of me on here or comment down below, Old Potato, check us out. I'm gonna let you know that I did a shout out to anybody on here that I did that. I'm gonna let you know that I shouted you out in the video. Also, coming in at last is, but at first on the up and coming list is a guy that I think, a young man that I think has enormous potential to do things. He's exciting to watch. He is always enthusiastic. He always has like this really awesome attitude toward what he's doing. And that would be Grayson Roberts, who I got this idea for the top 5 list, 2017. Dude, you're awesome, man. You just are a ball of energy. Because he told me he was going to watch this video. So, this is for you, Grayson. Thanks for making it to the end, buddy. Make sure you leave a comment for me, just so I could know that you were here. By the way, I checked out your sponsor video. I don't want to be sponsored. I'm 28 years old, and I'm not that great on that thing. But I'll still probably send you an edit, just for fun. And also, maybe we can do a collab later on. I know you don't live anywhere freaking near me, dude. We've talked about that before. But I'd love to collab with you anyways. I think it would be fun. Maybe we can figure that out at some point. But yeah, guys, if you haven't checked him out, he has a clothing line called Boss Industries. And he's a young guy, and he's really doing it. I mean, he's making things happen. He's got his own little eBay selling strategy business, and he also does his own clothing and merchandise business. And then he rides BMX, and he actually does pretty good for his age bracket and stuff. He's doing stuff that I never did at his age. So, mad respect to you, Gray, and cheers. Cheers, bud. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anyway, so there you have it, guys. There's a top 5 list, up-and-comer list, Bikes and Brews, which, by the way, this was a very fine beer, and I'm not quite done with it yet, but it's good. And I'm not drinking it slow because I don't like it. It's a good beer. I like to savor beer. It's just what I do. Anyway, if you guys haven't figured it out yet, I don't know who's all been on Podbean. I highly doubt any of you have, because supposedly I only have 1 subscriber on there. And I think that's because Podbean pretty much dropped me off, because if I wasn't going to have the podcast on there, like unlimited or whatever, it's just stupid. Like, I don't know why they didn't let me do it, but either way, that podcast is pretty much over. So just be aware of that. I'm pretty much done with that podcast. I'm going to look for another podcast source to keep bringing you guys podcasts, but don't go to Podbean anymore. It's done. Instead, check out our Instagram page, team_hybrid_BMX on Insta. Check out our Facebook page at Team Hybrid BMX. And make sure you catch us here for the next episode of Team Hybrid BMX on YouTube. Deuces, y'all. Happy holidays.